Hello, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus time travelers. I hope you're well. Thank you very much for being here. This is your 6-month eclipse reading. The reason why I'm doing this for 6 months is because that's how long the eclipse season will last this time around. It began with a solar eclipse on February 17th with that new moon in Aquarius. We're going to go full circle here until we have a full moon in Aquarius on July 29th. Then about a week later, we're going to have this conclusion or delineation mark, if you will, for eclipse season, and that'll be on August 12th with the new moon in Leo, and that's the last solar eclipse of the year. So between now and then, we have this 6-month span that will be filled with 3 supermoons in Cancer, Taurus, and Gemini season. So I should have said that in order. Taurus, Gemini, and Cancer season. So a lot of energy shifting about, and what that means for you, Virgo, is something will be exiting your life, and that will create the energetic space for something new to come in. So today's reading is to give you an idea of what is leaving and what is entering. So you know the drill. It's a collective general reading. As the messages come through today, just take what fits, leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it means it's someone else's. And check out your other placements, particularly your sun and your moon. And if you don't know what they are, in the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. With all of that said, now let's dive into your message. Tapping into the Virgo collective now for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What is the 6-month eclipse message here for the Virgo collective? What is leaving? What is coming in for Virgo? One more shuffle here. Thank you. And we'll take 3 cards now from this deck. We have Otter Spirit. You are never alone. Card number 42. You then have Squirrel Spirit, Believe in Yourself, card number 57. Oh, 2 cards came out. We're going to take them, okay? We have Dragonfly Spirit, Truth Transcends Illusion, card number 22. And Seahorse Spirit, Watch and Wait, card number 53. Don't be so quick to enter something new here, okay, in the next 6 months. Let's see what this is all about. At the bottom of the deck, we have Sweet Results Await, Bee Spirit. Something here that maybe you want to work on. Career and finance, love and romance. We'll see where we're going. There's something here about don't be so quick to rush in, because some truth here or clarity will come in or be revealed. Okay, tell me more about this here. And it changes the game in that dragonfly energy. Okay, tell me more about this here for the Virgo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. Also, the Otter Spirit card is shaped like a heart. Let's see what this is all about here. For Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements, we are clarifying Otter Spirit, You Are Never Alone, card number 42. Squirrel Spirit, Believe in Yourself, card number 57. Dragonfly Spirit, Truth Transcends Illusion, card number 22. And Seahorse Spirit, Watch and Wait, card number 53. Don't rush. One more shuffle here. Thank you. You have the Tower, the World, and the Knight of Wands. The Four of Wands, the Emperor, and the Hermit. Watch and wait before rushing into something here. Okay. At the bottom of the deck, we have 2 of Pentacles, which could talk about time management, taking your time before you impulsively make a decision. Okay, what is this all about here for the Virgo collective? I feel like if you can wait on this, it's better for you. Tell me more about this here for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. We're clarifying the Tower, the World, Knight of Wands, Four of Wands, the Emperor, and the Hermit. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Tower is being clarified by the 9 of Pentacles. Talk about you're never alone and you're good enough, or you believe in yourself. The World is clarified by the Sun. The Knight of Wands is clarified by the 6 of Wands. The Four of Wands is clarified by the 3 of Cups. The Emperor is clarified by the 10 of Swords. And the Hermit is clarified by the 8 of Swords. Bottom of the deck, we have 2 of Cups. I do feel like this is in regards to partnership. Now, again, this could be professional, platonic, or romantic. The Tower to the 9 of Pentacles. You are never alone. I feel like this is a very specific message for those of you, whether you're single or partnered. You could feel like you're very alone. And this could mean, this could translate into you are single, you don't have a romantic partner, and you could feel like, but I'm always having to carry everything. I have to shoulder the burden of everything. I'm responsible for everything. Like I get no help. And although you're quite capable of doing all of those things, there's still a longing or a desire here to be with someone. For others of you, you're in a connection, in a romantic partnership, but you feel alone in it. There's a void between you and your partner. You're no longer on the same page, or at least that appears to be your energetic feeling here. For others of you, there's something here that you would like to do, but you feel like, but I have to do it alone. I have to launch this business alone or maintain this business alone. So whether you're single or partnered, I have a group of you where you do feel alone. And again, you're quite capable of taking care of yourself, and you're quite capable of taking care of your world, if you will. But whether you're single or partnered, there seems to be a longing for a deeper connection here in the Virgo collective. Believe in yourself. We have the World and we have the Sun card. There's some light here that's coming to you. We have that Tower card to the Nine of Pentacles, and then we have the Sun to the World card. I feel what is changing, or what is being eclipsed out of your life, is the mindset that you have to surround yourself with people or with an individual just so you're not alone. Like, I think for some of you, you might be quick to like enter connections so you're not alone, or I'll have 100 friends again just so I'm not alone. This isn't your reading. Check another placement, or let's see where we go as we clarify. But what's being blown up, if you will, figuratively speaking, of course, that Tower to the World to the Sun card, it's almost like the elimination of the mindset that being alone is bad. Being on my own is a bad thing. That's what's changing here, because there's a feeling here of like either being single or not having a lot of friends, and feeling like I have to connect to anyone or anything just so I'm not alone. That's vanquishing. That's going away. The mindset that I have to be in a relationship to feel valued, that's going away. Or the feeling of I have to surround myself with 100 people, even if they're pieces of shit. You know, just so I can say I have friends, or just so I can entertain connection in my life. That's going away, that mindset. And if you're in a partnership that is really going down the hill and you're perpetually feeling lonely in it and there's no growth, what you're eclipsing out of your life is the mindset that you need that person to survive. So that's what's leaving you, if you will, is the mindset that you can't do it on your own, or it's bad to do it on your own, or you have to engage with people and rush into connection, or maybe even take in some unsavory people into your life just so you're not alone. I think what you're realizing is it's okay to be alone. It's actually healthy to be alone, as opposed to engaging with people that aren't for your best. So truth transcends illusion, and watch and wait. This is specifically for those of you where you would rush into connection, professional, platonic, or romantic, because I got to take the first job offer, or I got to be friends with anyone, even if they're shitbags, or I need someone to go out with. I can't go out on my own. This is going to be a very specific message, but that's what's leaving. The Four of Wands to that Three of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles to the Tower. This idea that in order to feel whole or stable or structure, I need to have people here in my life. I think you're putting an end to that. That's what's coming to an end. You're stepping into the role of the Emperor in your life. And the feeling here is I would rather be alone than be surrounded by people that aren't good enough for me. And it's very freeing to get rid of this mindset, Hermit to the Eight of Swords. Let's clarify that Tower for me. This is an aha epiphany moment that is coming to you over the course of the next 6 months. Because what you're realizing is I never really am alone. I have my pets, or I have my plants, or I just have me. I have my connection to Source. I don't need to surround myself with unsavory characters or untrustworthy people just not to be alone. I mean, there's nothing more alone than connecting with people who make you feel alone or who make you feel unseen. So I think I have a group of you here. You're getting rid of the mindset that you have to be with someone, or like I said, connect with people just to have connection. Because I think what you're realizing is a lot of those connections have not been healthy for you. Tell me about that Tower. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Tower is clarified by the Nine of Cups. Another 9. Nines are very singular. 999. Good angel number for you now for the next 6 months. The Star card and the Seven of Swords. Yeah, no longer wanting to engage in connections that aren't for your highest good. That you look back and you're like, okay, well, and I remember I went through that period of time when I was volunteering at the local museum, and I was meeting all these people. You know, the museum had like 50 or 60 volunteers at its peak, and so many people coming into and connecting with all of these people. And so I got to a place where I was like, everywhere where I went in this little town or this little county, someone would recognize me or I would recognize them. But when I really needed connection, like really needed someone to cry to, really needed someone to pick me up on the side of the road because my car broke down, you know, and it's 3 degrees out. Now the car, you know, I have no heat. The car won't start and I've got to wait 2 hours for a tow truck. None of those people came. And what I realized is if I have to do it alone, then I'm better off being alone, as opposed to surrounding myself with false connection. I don't care if I walk into the food store and 20 people recognize me. When I'm down on my luck, one of them doesn't even show up to help me. So who the fuck cares if 20 people recognize me in a local food store? You know, I hate to curse in your reading, but that's the feeling. So I think you're healing this. I don't want to call it a toxicity. It's a shadow side. It's a shadow side of the Virgo collective that feels like I need connection to feel valuable. And no, you're realizing in the course of the next 6 months, no, I'm better off being alone if that means I can be authentic. And then take my time connecting with other people who are also authentic. Death card to the Page of Wands. This is something you will be discovering. Again, it's like an aha epiphany moment. And that's going to radically transform how you see connection and the type of connections you'll allow in your life and the types of people you will connect with in the future. Can I have one more on that Nine of Pentacles? One more shuffle. Thank you. The Fool, a whole new beginning when it comes to connection. Six of Cups. Yeah, I don't think you're going to allow... Look at this. Six of Cups, Strength, and the Eight of Cups. You're not going to allow nostalgia anymore. What could be, what should be, what the person used to be, you know, 10 years ago to you. You're not going to allow that nostalgic connection to hold you back from happiness, to hold you back from real connection. Eight of Cups. I think you're seeing the truth of people in your life. And if it's not a particular person or a particular group of people, it's just connection in general. It's like I don't need all those people. If I can just have two decent human beings in my corner, that's all I need. I think that's what the realization here is. I want to clarify that Emperor energy. This is your energy here, believing in yourself, putting an end to no longer, like I said, connecting with people just for the sake of having connection. Tell me about this Emperor energy when Virgo steps into the Emperor energy. One more shuffle. Thank you. Emperor is clarified by Seven of Wands. Look at you putting up your defense. Ace of Cups and Justice. Bottom of the deck, we see that Two of Pentacles again. Yeah, this is you deciding I want fair and balanced reciprocal connections in my life. And if that means I got to go it alone or do it alone, that's okay. That is less insulting. I'm speaking like you. It's the energy I'm picking up here. Doing it on my own is less insulting than having 100 people in my circle and all of them making me feel alone because when I need them most, they're not there for me. It's less insulting to just say, I'm alone. I don't have anyone. And look, I'm your cousin sign of Gemini. I'm ruled by Mercury. I love communication. I'm sure you do as well. You're ruled by Mercury also. But if I want to talk to people, I can hop on a social media website or app on my phone and I can converse with strangers about any topic in the world. I don't need false people in my life. In fact, I have 3 people in my life that I speak to regularly. My person, my best friend, and believe it or not, my ex-husband, because we have become good friends since the divorce. That's all I have. Everyone else is just a face and a name that I interacted with at some point in time. But I don't rely on those people. I don't open up to those people. I have no reason to. Ten of Swords. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Ten of Swords, clarified by Knight of Pentacles. Seven of Swords. Look at that. You're putting an end to the sabotaging behavior. And instead, again, the Knight of Cups in the After Tarot deck is someone who's drinking the Ace of Cups on their own. Again, it's, I'm better off on my own until in time I find the right people. I'm not going to continue to engage with individuals just for the sake of engagement. You're leveling up to Emperor status, and there's almost this mindset of you is like, you need to be my equal in order to be in my life. And it doesn't mean we have to think, you know, have the same opinion on everything, every political issue, every societal issue. But I almost feel like you're wanting to draw in people who have done the growth work that you have. You don't want to, and I'm not speaking for you, I'm not telling you what to do. The energy I'm getting here is I want to attract and connect with like-minded people. And again, that doesn't mean we have to agree on every issue that the world is dealing with, but we need to be on the path of growth. I don't think you want people who aren't leveling up or making the effort to grow or expand or being fake or using you. Knight of Wands to the Six of Wands. So this seems to be no longer rushing into connection out of ego or needing attention, you know, because someone gives you attention or affection. Sometimes that Knight of Wands to the Six of Wands could be a low vibrational Leo energy, meaning we're just drawing in people or attracting people who give us attention. Like this individual is like, you know, adoring the individual on the horse, you know, and again, person on the horse. Yeah. Tell me more about that Knight of Wands there. One more shuffle. Thank you. Knight of Wands is clarified by Queen of Cups, King of Swords, and the Death card again. Two different decks. Knight of Swords. For some of you watching, there's someone in particular you're going to cut out of your life over the course of the next 6 months because you're going to realize that they're flaky and you need to guard your heart from this person. I don't know if it's a friend, family member, or lover, but for some of you, that's what you're going to do. For others of you, you're going to guard your heart and your energetic space with that sword of truth. Meaning I'm an emperor or I'm an empress. I don't think it's like you're looking down your nose on people. It's not what I'm saying. I'm not trying to make this hierarchical in terms of class. Like, oh, I'm rich or poor. I'm not going to deal with poor people. That's not it. It's I'm consistent. The emperor is consistent. They show up even on the hard days for all of their connections. And a Knight of Wands doesn't. So the takers, I'll call them the takers. You seem to be disassociating yourself from the takers and deciding that in the future, you're going to wait and see what someone's actions are over a certain length of time before you fully allow them into your empire. You're now guarding your heart and your space and your inner circle like an emperor would guard their empire. They're not just going to, you know, open the gates and lower the drawbridge for anyone to cross over. This is very much a wait and see attitude. Six of Wands. Tell me about that Six of Wands. The Emperor shows themselves again. Entirely different deck. Ten of Wands, Queen of Wands, the Emperor, the Five of Wands, and the Two of Pentacles. Definitely turning your back on people who are flaky, in and out, inconsistent. They want you to shoulder the burden of the connection, of the friendship, of the partnership, of the romantic relationship, and they don't put in any of the effort. That Two of Pentacles, you're turning your back. It's like only a matter of time. Those people will no longer be in my life. And again, that feeling is, I would rather be alone than connect with people who make me feel alone or who are not there when I need them most. And I don't need to connect with you just because it makes me feel good. I can make myself feel good. I'm the Nine of Pentacles. I'm the Emperor. I'm the Empress. That's the feeling. It's very bold, very brave. Oh, look at that. Six of Pentacles. In the After Tarot deck, the individual is walking away from the breadcrumbing. Yeah, go ahead. You can show up sometimes for other people. That's not what I'm doing anymore. I'm going to get you sweet results. I have not been clarifying the cards at the bottom of the deck, but this has been screaming at me since I saw it. So tell me more about that. Sweet results await. Because I think you're going to be working to like eclipsing this mindset that I just got to connect with anybody for sake connecting. And you being more intentional about your connections, waiting and seeing people's actions, not believing their words. not judging them on their first appearance or the first interaction. When people tend to, you know, sell themselves really well, it's like, no, over a stretch of time, right? Knight of Pentacles, over a stretch of time. I'm going to see if you're a consistent friend, or if you're someone that I can be vulnerable with, or trust with my heart, or trust with my house or my money. And I think by you doing that, you're going to draw in a person or people that are like just right for you. You're building a new coalition. That's an odd word. That's what I just heard. You're building a new coalition, or a new tribe, if you will. And it's not going to happen in 6 months. In 6 months, it's the revelation that you're not just connecting for the sake of connection, and possibly distancing yourself, or completely ending some friendships here, or connections that you feel are no longer at your level or no longer beneficial to you. Again, that's for some of you. Not all of you will excommunicate someone, but you're definitely excommunicating the mindset that I just need anyone to need anyone. From there on afterwards, August 27th, full moon in Pisces will be on August 27th. It's a partial lunar eclipse. From there forward, you're going to connect with people and build a new network, a new friend group, a new tribe. That's the sweet results await by you. Oh, a purge. You're doing a purge. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Your new tribe. Ace of Pentacles, that's the truth. Three of Pentacles, Knight of Swords. Five of Wands, King of Pentacles, and that Queen of Swords again to the Sun card. It's almost like by you doing this, the universe is going to start dropping people in your lap that are on your vibrational frequency. And these are people that you can build with. These are builders. They're just like you. They're hard workers, or they're compassionate, or they show up just the way you would show up. So you have new connections coming in the future. Sweet results await. As soon as you, in that Knight of Swords here, slay away the idea, the mindset, like, oh God, I just, you know, I got to connect with anyone, not to be alone. Like, as soon as you move on from that, and like I said, for some of you, maybe even moving on from a particular person, you're going to watch the energetic floodgates open. Remember what I was saying about the Emperor, like, because it came up twice here in your energy. So it's almost like, if you think about it in like medieval times, right, where we have like the castle walls, the emperors lives inside, right? So if you think about that as your life, it's kind of like you're building an energetic wall around you, okay? And some people are not going to be allowed in anymore. And other people will clamor for your attention in the future, but you're not going to pay them any mind because you're on a different vibration. We can see the people outside the castle walls. Like, you're behind the wall here. You're building this energetic wall. People will be clamoring for your attention, but you're not going to fall for it. Oh, you're not going to fall for it because you want new connection. That too. Damn, this is such a strong message for you. Look at this. You want true connection. Because at the end of the day, Nine of Pentacles, again, you'd rather be alone. You'd rather be alone than be up in your head, concerned about people that you've connected with that aren't there for you the way they should be there for you. What a change in your mindset here. Eight of Swords in the After Tarot deck. Your future self is freeing the person you are today with that thought of like, I got to have anyone, you know, be with anyone just to have anyone. Your future self will be freeing yourself from that mindset. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Queen of Swords, the Five of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles. True connection. Again, I don't want to keep reiterating the message for you, so we'll get into the oracle cards now and the kippers. Yeah, you're looking for people who have elevated, and you're freeing yourself from the mindset of I got to have anyone just to have anyone. Can I have an oracle card here, please, for Virgo for the next 6 months? One more shuffle. Thank you. Blooming Garden. I'll read them to you in a second. Can I have another one here? Okay. You got a couple, but they came out face up, so you got a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, but we'll take them. Clearly, this is your message. Blooming Garden. Nurture your dreams. They will blossom in time. I also think you'll be nurturing connections, but only those that are, I hate to say at your level, it makes it sound so hierarchical, but that's what I'm getting here. Balance. Achieve harmony within yourself, creating stability in all areas of your life. I'm Telling you, we got the justice vibes here with the scales. Yeah, I think you're balancing out the connections in your life. Vision. Look to the future with foresight and make wise choices in your connections. You're definitely doing that. Adventure. Embrace adventure and accept the uncertainties in life. Yeah, that's that feeling of, if I have to do this alone, I'd rather be alone. If every time I'm stuck at the edge of a cliff, a major something, you know, happening in my life, and I have to take a leap of faith, and I'm always taking that leap of faith alone, why are you in my life? Why am I connecting with you people? Wisdom. And we saw that here with you coming out very strong in your own hermit energy. Accumulate wisdom and experience through continuous learning. This was a really big lesson here that you learned, probably at the hands of a person or people that you really thought were on your side. And you either have realized that they're not, or over the course of the next 6 months, you'll realize that they aren't. Nature provides, use its gifts for healing. So I would say, and that's the healing herbs card. So this, you know, could be drinking green teas, herbal teas, going for walks in nature, meditating, and enjoying being alone. Like, it's, again, it's okay to be alone. Anchor yourself, find your center within, remain steadfast despite the external storms. Remember, we saw that Five of Wands, like people clamoring to try to get into, you know, get through your energetic walls. So when that starts to happen later part of the year, just stand firm in this decision. You have despair, adjudication. Yeah, I think you're looking at the soul contracts in your life that have been quite disappointing to you. Toil and labors in the reverse, the ones that no longer work for you. Wealthy man, very much Emperor energy here. Family room in the reverse. Again, people who can't come together in your time of need like a family would. And it could be family members for some of you, or like I said, it could be a lover. It could be friends that you just brought into your familial circle. I think you're closing out those contracts. Yeah, imprisonment. You're freeing yourself from them. Mature man at the bottom of the deck. I'm going to use this deck now to get you an advice card. This deck has been hit or miss for this series of readings. Sometimes the message pertains exactly to the message that we received, and other times it's just like a little extra bonus message. So take it how it resonates to you. We'll see what we get now for Virgo. Final advice for eclipse season here for the Virgo collective, either in regards to this reading or something else. One more shuffle here. Thank you. I embrace life as it comes, trusting each step on my path to fulfillment. I flow with ease, welcoming all experiences, even the challenging ones, knowing they serve my highest good and that everything will unfold for my greater benefit. Yeah. Sweet results await, meaning more deeper connections here for you. Bottom of the deck, progress. As I recognize the divine within me, I move forward on my spiritual path. Today, I honor my own needs. Nine of Pentacles, there you go. I observe my inner world. Remember the Empire, looking at your world also, and you're maintaining a positive attitude. I trust in my inner strength and my abilities. I grow each day, knowing that God's opinion of me is what matters most, not the opinion of others. Exactly. Wow, I couldn't have said it any better. You've made a lot of progress in this department, because when I started reading for the Virgo Collective in April of 2024, on YouTube, before that I was reading on Twitter, on X, but on YouTube, the one thing we kept seeing was like a lot of different failing familial and romantic connections and friendships. And I think it's been a long, hard road for the Virgo Collective. And this seems to be the culmination, if you will, of that full circle of learning, that we don't just need to connect for the sake of connecting. Sometimes it's better to be alone and connect with ourselves, as opposed to false people. Moving forward, you're going to create quite a tribe. 3 to 5 people. That's all you're going to allow into your inner world. It doesn't mean that you're not going to interact with other people and have acquaintances, but in your inner world, you're going to have 3 to 5 people. And they're going to be of your caliber. And they're going to be in it for the long run. In that 10 of Pentacles, those are people you can depend on for support, stability. That is really nice. It's a hell of a transformation for you when it comes to connection. And it's all happening within the next 6 months of eclipse season. That is what I have for you, Virgo. If you like that message, resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace.